So you
Well,
have
you know, my
supportive.
my stuff is very woman oriented. I mean, I'm bi, so I like both, but I
Mm,
tend to draw women, right?
yeah, I guess no.
So my mom's just like, "Does this mean you're gay?" And I'm just like, "Oh no, no, I like both. I just tend to like
Oh yeah,
women." They're like, "Oh, okay."
where's the men, Ivy? Where are the men?
Where where's the yaoi?
Okay, let's get this started. Okay,
Let's get this bread.
welcome to another episode of Tori Talks To. Today I have on this wonderful show again, Iahfy. I said it right, right? Iahfy. Iahfy's
Yes,
here.
hello.
Do you have a
Thank you
way for
for
your
saying it
VTuber?
right.
Do
Huh?
you have a way for your
I
VTuber?
don't have arms. Not for this one.
Aw, it's
Maybe
okay.
later.
Alright, Iahfy, introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Iahfy. I have been a full-time artist for some time now. Um, I do a lot of things, but you know, right now, I do like art streaming right now. So this is my VTuber for my art stream of my OC. So she's kind of like a mascot for it right now, and I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, so for those unfamiliar with your work, how would you describe your work?
My work. I'm trying to think like what I put on like
Abs.
my
It's just abs.
convention resumes. It's like kind of pin-up-y style,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, you know, in the etchy category, but not quite.
Would you call yourself an illustrator?
Um, I'm not sure. Some people say so.
Yeah, because I have to, when I sign up for conventions as well, I have to say I'm an illustrator, but I don't really
Yes.
know what that word means. Uh,
Yeah, there's like artist and illustrator. Sometimes I don't know the difference.
as an artist, I like to illustrate things. As an illustrator, I like to art. I don't know. People are
I,
weird.
someone told me an illustrator is more about like someone that draws art to convey a story, like sequential
Mm.
pictures or something, like an illustrator for like a children's book, right? Or something like that. That's what I've heard the definition is, but I think everyone has a different definition of it.
Yeah, it's like they always call for illustrators, but then it's like you're just doing the cover of like a book
Yeah.
or a comic.
Mhm.
Is that okay? I guess someone else could tell us. Someone that's an actual illustrator can tell us down the line if we just peek down at the comments below and go like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. That's about right. Yeah, I guess so." So so yeah, you said you've been doing this for a while now. How long have you been doing this? Because I've known you for a very very long time. We probably weren't on speaking terms yet, but I remember
Yes.
you from like early DeviantArt and then into Tumblr.
Yeah, so that's like about like 2012,
2012.
2012 through now.
Mhm.
That's like I've had an online presence since like 2012ish.
Yeah. And where did you like actually like realize, wait, I can do this full time. I can make a living
Mm.
from this. You do make a living, right? I mean, like I assume you
Yes,
do.
yes, yes.
uh
It's not much, but it's honest work.
yeah. So when was it?
Trying to
Like
think. Well, I think it's I was moving around a lot,
yeah.
like pre 2016. I was
Mhm.
kind of like bouncing around. I was like living in New York for a while, then I moved back to Japan to stay with family for a bit, kind of figure out what I want to do. And
Oh.
there's an option of like going to school in like California for a bit for like art stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'll try that. And I did a bit, but you know, I wasn't really feeling it. School wasn't for me. Like that's what I felt personally. And you know, school costs a lot.
Yeah.
So in
Yeah.
the long run, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna take a break and kind of sort myself out. Think about my next move. Just do a part-time job anywhere while I like work on my art, and then maybe, just maybe, I can like get a good, you know, start on like, you know, Patreon was pretty popular back then. This is like 2016, 17.
Right.
And so I was like really delving into my art while working part time just to like make ends meet.
Mhm.
And then, you know, eventually I felt comfortable enough to do art full time. And then it just kind of started from there, I think, where I
So
could really spend most of my time on it.
So you made that kind of decision after you found out that art school wasn't for you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's just like the work ethic was really like crazy. It's very it seemed very overwhelming,
Mm-hmm. If you
and
don't
it just
mind me, mhm.
yes.
If you don't mind me asking, what did you go to school for?
I mean, I didn't really like major or minor in anything. It was just like the core stuff first.
Oh, like
And then I was
foundation.
just
Okay.
trying to decide if I wanted to major in something specific art wise,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
But I couldn't quite figure it out. So I just kind of did my own thing for a
Yeah.
while.
I see where you're coming from because like when I went to art school, I was super young.
Okay.
I liked drawing. But then I realized, wait, all my teachers and lecturers just want me to do one job at one company. Like I'm being like recruited for one specific like production house or something like that. And I was like, I even wanted to be like, wait, where's my voice in this? Where's my say in this? And a lot of them said like, oh, well, yeah, do you want to have a roof over your head or not, you know? And I'm just like, yeah, okay, then you just have to do it like how the other people do it. And I just like, wow, this sucks. Because I went in for like 3D animation stuff. And when I learned I had to do 3D like everyone else, I was just like, oh, bro, I'm out of here, bro. I'm getting out. Yeah. So I don't know if that was the same experience for you, where it's just like they were trying to turn you into like some kind of like employee at a company instead of just being an artist where you can actually express yourself.
Yeah, I kind of felt that way.
Yeah.
Because like anything I did would my art teacher would be like, no, that's not how you do it. You know, I'm just like,
well, you showed them
you know,
now, right?
I showed them.
Who's laughing now? Okay. So yeah, you're talking about like, wow, you have a lot of stuff to do, right? Do you want to talk about like, I'm pretty sure a lot of the people watching and those that haven't are already sort of aware that you do a lot of things, right? You do VTubing.
It's turned into a lot of things.
Yeah, because like when I think like, okay, Iahfy's doing something, and you have like 5 things you're doing. You're going to cons. You're making like I've seen your Instagram stuff. Your merchandise is like, oh my god, I want to do that too. That's like crazy. Like you have
That's what inspired me to do it. I've seen other people do con stuff and like make merchandise, and I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah, because I got the inspiration for you to do like tote bags, but like your tote bags aren't for sale, are they? Are they for sale?
Oh, I was out. I only had like a few. I want to make more though.
Yeah, because I was like, oh my god, I'm so sick of giving people cellophane bags when they buy something. I want to give them a little treat. But then I realized it was like $4 a tote bag. I'm never gonna make money back on this. Yeah, but like I digress. You do cons, you do streams, you do commissions, you do contract work, you do your online like just in general
Patreon,
your Patreon,
all that.
Do you have any? You have gamer subs, like. You had a makeshift
it's a lot
thing
to juggle
eventually. Like, how do you balance?
Oh yeah, the makeshift thing. I forgot about that.
Yeah, do you want to shill your makeshift thing, or is it done?
It's done. The campaign's done, but it was very successful.
Yeah.
Good feedback.
I cannot share that same experience because mine fell apart. But I guess everyone. Well, my OC isn't as strong as your OC because my OC is still a little bit of like an area where people don't want to admit that they like that OC because femboys are still a little bit like of a difficult area for people to accept.
I like your OC. What was their name again?
It's Yonu. The
Yonu.
Yeah, I just
the one with the short hair, right?
Yeah, the one with the short hair. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's okay. I got a free plush out of it because they give you a demo plush,
yeah,
right?
At least you got free plush.
Yeah, and I get to bring him to cons. That's fun. But
that's fun.
Congratulations on your makeshift doing very well.
You.
That's not
had to
that's
market
not easy.
the hell out of it.
Holy Jesus, do you have to actually market the hell out of it? I brought
but it paid off in the end.
Yeah. So do you wanna get into that? Like how like you're actually just like there's just so much shit you want to juggle at the moment. How are you actually handling it?
It's a lot. Honestly, it's a struggle. Like I mean, obviously there's pros and cons to it.
Yeah.
Right. But I think like I didn't even consider doing cons until recently because I like I have a partner now, so like that helps a lot
Hmm.
in the factor of like doing cons, and they like help me manage like my online store now and everything.
Yeah, and you don't have to
So
pay them. That's the no.
it's shared, but like yeah, they've been a big help because I probably would have a lot of trouble even like starting up a store. I don't know how to do that, but they know how to do that.
Mm,
So there's a lot of stuff they know that I don't know how to do that helps my art career move forward a little bit.
yeah.
So and like cons too, like it's nice to have someone else to help you, bring stuff around because you have to bring a lot of stuff. It's a lot for one person to juggle, like a couple suitcases and more.
Oh, you don't have a
Yeah.
community that you just like drag around to like force them to do it for you?
I'm sure some of my friends would like, help me out if I asked, but I don't want to put that burden on anyone.
Yeah, but yeah, with all this that's going on with you, didn't mean to hit the table. With all that's been going on with you recently,
Hmm.
do you think it's like you do it like, do you think you're going too fast? Because I know you're doing like an insane. You're going to like how many cons do you go to every year?
Well, I only started doing cons in like December of 23,
Okay, so a whole year
so
now.
not that long.
Mm.
Yeah,
So how many cons
but
did you
I've
do?
done a lot since then, more than 15.
More than 15. Okay, to
But
be.
like I'm trying to slow down now
Mm-hmm. Did you feel like you needed
because
to do 15?
I just kind of wanted to check out like what shows work for me
Mm-hmm.
because it depends on the demographic and the audience is always different. Like sometimes I do better at anime specific cons. Sometimes I do better at like fan expo that's more western comic cartoon oriented.
Yeah. Are you
And sometimes I
hopping?
feel like my stuff's like in between. I do kind of both. Like I like
Yeah.
anime, but also like western. My style's not quite anime, but it's not quite western. So it's just like trying to test out the waters. And now I kind of know where I fall.
Mm. Do you,
Yeah.
are you having repeat customers now that always recognize you? It's like, oh my god, there you are again. Are
Yes.
you
Yes,
having?
I do. That's a big reason why I really like doing it.
Oh.
And I also have like a lot of people that like know me from like before. They're like, "Oh, I follow you on Tumblr like back 10 years ago or and like you drew this." And or like people from stream, like my
Yeah.
chat, like regular people or lurker people, like they'll come see me and they'll be like, "Oh, I watch your stream like all the time." Like it's really surreal to like meet people that like know me online like that. So
Right.
it's really nice. And like they always come see me and
Yeah.
everyone's been really cool and supportive. So
Yeah.
it's mostly
The
like a
social the social
yeah, it's like a
aspect of
networking social thing
right.
is a big thing. That's why I do cons mostly. Money is secondary. Like I don't always make a lot of money. Like it's just a little extra. Sometimes it's just a paid vacation. I don't make a whole ton, but the whole weekend's paid off, so I'm happy and I met like a lot of people.
Oh, so you're
So
also doing interstate then? You're
I'm
jumping around.
trying. I'm trying to get out of. I do a lot of my shows in Texas because I'm right next to it,
Mm-hmm.
and Texas has a lot of shows.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get out of it because it's usually like the same crowd of people.
Yeah, I heard I don't even know where this one is. Holiday Matsuri or something. I was recently
Yes,
watching it.
that's East Coast.
That's East Coast. Yeah, I heard that one's like one of the best cons for like at the end of the year or something like that.
Yes,
Not
but
that
there's a lot
I.
of discourse around it.
Oh,
There's a lot of
oh.
drama behind it.
All right, let's get into it. Rubs my hands. What's going
Well,
on?
without giving away from people that I know that have done it. It's very profitable,
Mm,
obviously, sales wise, and traffic is good. But like some people don't like they keep moving the dates a little different. Like sometimes it's too close to Christmas, and that messes with people's plans.
oh, and they can't fly home
Or
on time.
yeah, or there's another big con that moved their dates to like the weekend before it, so people are having to compete. You know,
Right.
like the
Right.
crowd is gonna be split up because they're trying to decide which big con to go to now that they're next to each other. So like, you know, timing is bad. There's also like a big thing that happened
Mm-hmm.
like a year or two ago where um that like security fumbled this big someone like I don't know roofied the drink thing at the
What?
party. Yeah, and like a lot of people got sick.
What? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
no, like there's an after party, right? Usually cons have that.
Right.
There's those big
So they
like
spiked
a drink
everyone's
machine,
drinks.
drink station.
The
And there's a
drink.
group of people that like drugged the one of them or something.
That's-
That's what I heard.
that's
That was
fucked
the yeah, that's the general idea. And a lot of people got sick and the security didn't really do anything. You know? So they
Yeah.
were kind of upset that security didn't really help out or anything.
Yeah.
So that's what I heard.
I have a similar case to look, I don't know if I'm going to keep this section because like this is one of those like as well we don't really know and I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah,
But
yeah. No,
I'm
you're
not-
good.
I'm not sure if you know about this con called DreamHack because I think you have it.
Yes, I've heard of it. Yes.
Have you been to DreamHack?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I heard DreamHack in America kind of sucks because it's mostly
Yeah,
really
it does. I heard
gamer
it only it sucks mostly.
Yeah, we had DreamHack in Australia. It was only in
Okay.
Melbourne, and we had I don't know if you know the podcast Trash Taste. They came over.
I do.
Here. Yeah,
Yes.
so they came over here, and it was massive. Everyone loved this DreamHack. The artist alley there was an actual alley because it was hosted in a arena, sports
Okay.
arena. So it was a big circle. So they had the entire artist alley just circle around the entire arena in one long stretch. So you would just walk in a circle around, and you could get through everyone. And everyone
Wait,
thought,
I like that a lot actually.
yeah, and everyone thought it was so fun. It was really engaging. The artist alley made a lot of like profit. That people were really engaging.
Mhm.
They canceled it.
What?
Apparently,
Why?
slash allegedly, one of the managers for the people that handled the volunteers sexually assaulted one of the cosplayers,
No.
and
No.
the cosplayers tried to. This is what I heard. Okay, this is just what I heard from other people that were during the con.
Yes.
I was not personally there. That the cosplayer tried to complain to management, and the management was trying to shield the person that did it, saying like, "No, they didn't.
No.
We're trying to gaslight you. Go home."
They're trying to bury it.
Yeah,
That's
they're
bad.
trying to make it go away, and because of that,
Uh-huh.
I think, I don't really know if they actually moved forward, but the cosplayer tried to move it into the legal area where they're like, okay, I'm taking you to court.
Oh,
So
no.
like DreamHack was just straight up like, haha, sorry guys, we know you had amazing time last year, but we have decided to not move on into 2025. And everyone was like, you had one job. You had one job. Just don't touch anyone, okay? Like my
That really sucks.
Yeah,
Like the action of like one person. basically.
one person basically, and they refused to like just like let the person like like let them go through the whole legal process, and they were trying to shield them. Actually ruined it for everyone, and it was just like, this sucks. This sucks. I really wanted to go to
This
it.
is why we can't have nice things.
Yeah, basically, it was good for everyone. And yeah.
That sucks.
Wow, drama.
I'm sorry about
Drama
that.
podcast now.
Which con are you doing? I know you're doing one soon, right?
I'm doing one called KaigaCon, which is it popped up in the last couple of years, and it got really, really popular because it's a convention that only does Artist Alley. There are no guests. There are no events.
Oh,
there are
okay.
no.
So it's more like a artist market.
It's an artist
only.
market, yeah.
That's
And
cool.
They're so popular that they do several cons a year in the same state because they're so popular. So I'll show you. I'll show you the. Oh, wait, no.
I liked your recent crop jacket picture, by the way.
It's for some weird reason it's struggling on Twitter, but I don't understand Twitter anymore. It doesn't really make sense to me. Oh, yeah, you're there we go. So this is the one that's up and coming.
Oh,
And
the
I'll-
mascot is so cute.
Yeah, the vibes are a little bit like not my thing because I'm not pastily cute. You've seen
yeah.
my work, but look at the floor plan.
Oh wow.
It's just all
That's a lot.
That's all artists. So
Nice.
if I get stuck here, I'm screwed, you know? Like they walk in, they buy their stuff, and then by the time they get to you, I don't have money anymore. I can't spin. It's like, oh,
Yeah, I always get that. I'm like in the corner and they're like, oh, I wish I could, but I'm out of budget. And I'm like, okay.
yeah. I'm still waiting for me to pop up on this list, by the way. They're still adding it as it goes. Oh, wait.
Oh, okay. Or maybe
Wait. Oh,
you are here.
Am I here? Oh.
Oh,
Huh?
37. Which one is that?
Oh my god, we did! Oh shit. Oh, wait. S? No, I made the joke.
37?
I made the joke and it ended up
did you
happening.
jinx yourself?
I did jinx myself. We're right there.
I don't know. Some people like to hug the wall, surprisingly.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on how
Sometimes
the flow will go. But yeah, having it right there is funny because I'm next to the cosplay area and
yeah, I mean, corner is I think corner is a good spot.
really,
it's a turning point. Yeah.
have you had corners where they do really well?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have corners, and usually like they're in the very far like end of the whatever the con floor or something.
Yeah, because this is the entrance right here, so people have to go.
Yeah, or they'll turn right and hug the wall and then see you.
True.
It's not that bad. I think it's good.
True. Yeah. Yeah. I wanna actually touch on to that actually, since at cons.
Yes.
What do you feel sells more? Because you have synth. Do you have Jade prints?
I do
already?
have a lot of original stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yes, I have Jade stickers. I'm trying to make more prints of my OCs. I don't have very many prints of my OCs, but I have a lot of stickers of them.
Okay. So
And they move pretty well.
I want you to be a little bit of an anecdote for some people, which is, do OCs or fan art sell more?
I think people really actually enjoy like original stuff more
Really?
because it's not attached to anything, and like anyone can enjoy it.
Even though it's okay, that's an interesting way to think about it.
I mean, if they're into like the My Demon Girls or any other like Jade, like muscle mommy type aesthetic, then like they're gonna my stuff will catch their eye then,
Right.
Or people will often ask me like, oh, is this an original? And I'll be like, yes, and they're like, oh, nice. So like I feel like people like it because they do ask about it a lot, or they do comment on it quite often.
So you would say that fan art still do well, but OCs can sell as well.
Yeah, I feel like fan art will catch a person's eye from afar and be like, oh, I know that character. And then, so like the fan art will hook them in. And then when they come over, they'll see like, my originals kind of scattered everywhere. And then, then they might take interest in that.
Okay. Because I am considering trying to sell OC stuff, but it's a little bit difficult to sell my kind of OC stuff unless I kind of lean into the more safe work, which is the my other OCs that are women, because I've noticed that I was selling femboy work at one of the cons, and the people that bought it, I would always like whisper under my voice, it's like, it's a guy, right? And they're like, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, and they're like, okay, as long as you know.
Yeah, I think like you'll find your niche as long as like you put your like, whether it's your femboy OCs out there or your other OCs, like someone will like it.
Yeah, it's always I'm always worried about breaking even. So yeah,
I feel you.
So yeah, I want to talk about your OCs a little bit more. How did you feel about the synth and the makeshift was it campaign? What's it called?
Yes.
Yeah, because I was approached to do makeshift as well, but I felt like they were a little bit hands off in the way that, okay, we'll do the thing, but all the marketing stuff will be left to you, and all the sales will be depending on you. So we're just gonna be, what is it called? Community. What is their business called? Where you need
like
other people.
What do you call it? It's like a community funded thing.
Yeah.
There's another word for it. Crowdfund. Sorry.
Crowdfunding, right?
Yes.
How do you feel about crowdfunding in that sense?
I mean, I wasn't sure how it was gonna work out, but I already had like examples of like how I'm gonna market it and like juice the hell out of it. Right. Like beforehand, I actually contacted Makeshift like 5 years ago about it first time, and they didn't get back to me like at all. And I'm like, okay, I guess they hate me. and then like in this last year, I messaged them again, and I think then they finally got back to me, and they were enthusiastic about it. And I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. They were down to do it then. I don't know what happened the first time.
You know why? You hit the number. You hit
yeah,
hit
maybe
your
they saw me hit the numbers, right?
Yeah, because I don't want to ruin your relationship with Makeshift because you had a really successful campaign and congratulations for that. But for those that are listening and they do get you do get approached by Makeshift, I want you to let you know it is crowdfunded. You do have to hit the goal, then they'll give it to you, and they're gonna leave it to you to do so, which is it's more work than you're ready to do.
Yeah.
Because I put in a lot of work as well, and it's still depending on if people really like your character. Because I think the other person I know that did it that also came out really well was do you know Gris? Do you know?
Sounds familiar.
Do you remember the Gris swimsuit thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from that person, and they had an OC, and they did amazingly well. So I think if your OC is already...
Well, it's because like their thing was kind of viral for a while.
Yeah, it was huge. Did you draw your synth in a Gris swimsuit?
No.
No, never got on that. Okay, but yeah, that was like a lottery, and they got really big from that, and the identity is just that character now, which is it's good for you. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, it's definitely helped that like I've kind of made her like my mascot for stuff, and I draw her like pretty often now. So like,
was that before or
just,
after Makeshift?
It was a little bit after, so I think like the timing worked out this time. You know,
I mean, like, your character really works because I've known Synth for a very long time, and I was like, ooh, big demon, big booba, mommy character, but now it's a self-insert.
Yeah, and it's like half self-insert, but it wasn't a self-insert until later. I made her like in like 2016.
Yeah,
like a really random demon girl character that I just made up because I saw other people making some, and I'm like, I want to make one. So I kind of just made her one day, and it kind of just stuck in the end. And then she kind of became a self-insert after like I decided to do the VTube thing later.
Yeah.
You know.
How? So when did you start VTubing?
I think like 2.5 years ago.
What was the investment?
Well, you know, like the PNG tuber, like the one you're using now.
Yes.
I had a version of that, like a really just scuffed doodle version of synth as a PNG tuber for like a few months just to try it out.
Yeah.
When the VTubing thing was becoming more popular and people were able to, you know, make their own and use it.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it because I'm just like, oh, I'm growing my stream. It'd be a really nice option to do that and be more interactive with like my community and stuff in the chat. I thought it'd be a good investment for that sense, and so I was just kind of testing out like just with the PNG tuber for a few months, and then I saved up some money to like find someone that would like do the rigging for me. So like I just did my research.
So wait, you drew the character, someone else did the rigging. Is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
I drew the art. Right.
Yeah.
Just the 2D art. It took me 2 months.
Whoa.
To do it, because you know you have to
separate all
draw
the layers
things particularly differently.
Right.
Because they have to like rig it. It's so different. So it took a long time to like do all the layers properly. And then I sent it to my rigger, and then she rigged it in like a month.
Okay.
And she knew about me before, and she liked synth anyway already. So she was like really happy to work on it. Yes.
Okay.
So that was really good.
I just want to give props to your rigger. I like the way you blink, and then your eye gets like a pop.
Yeah, I know. Pop. I don't know what it's called.
It's so appealing to me. The only other rigger I know, I don't know if this is the person you used. Their name is Art Gun. I don't know if you know about them.
I know that name.
Yeah, they're also a rigger, and I thought like, oh, that was the same rigger, but I don't know I don't know anything about rigging. I don't know anything about VTubing, but yeah, if I ever get into it, what's the damage gonna be? You don't have to say what yours costs. You don't have to say what yours costs. How many digits are we talking about? Is it 4 or is it 5? Because I know like it gets pretty expensive nowadays.
4.
Okay.
If you want quality rigging, mine's only half body too. So you know, if you're going half, it's probably like it's gonna be between 1,000 to 2,000. If it's full body, probably more. You know, it depends on the rigger and what they charge.
Right. You gotta network for me a little bit. You know, just shuffle me their information.
No, for sure.
This is if I ever get around to it. I have so much stuff to do, but yeah.
Just ask me about it. I've had a lot of like other couple friends that wanted to get into it.
Yeah.
Just like ask me like, okay, how do I start? Where do I look? You know.
Has it like actually? Have you made back your investment? Because I know you've used this.
Oh yeah.
Okay, because I know you've also used this for your Twitch streaming now, right? So
yes.
you're very
primarily primarily just Twitch streaming right now.
Right. So did you used to Twitch stream with a PNG tuber?
Yeah, like a few months before I even had this model. I just had like a scuffed PNG one for a while. And I was telling my community like, oh, I'm working on like a full model, like behind the scenes.
Let's go.
Let's go, and like everyone was really excited about it.
Yeah.
So
I was in your community for a bit. I had to feel like I don't know, talk with them. They're a fun group of people.
Yeah, no, my community's really chill.
Yeah, I think
they're very supportive and enthusiastic.
Yeah, they really want those abs. There's something going on with them. They really want those abs. You gotta get that check. You gotta keep the reins on them, lest they get out. Yeah.
The horny jumps out sometimes.
A little bit too. Speaking of
I don't expect anything less from them.
Speaking of horny, good segue by the way. So you also do not safe for work stuff, right? On your
once in a while. It was more prevalent like back in the day. I did it more.
I remember.
But, I used to do more stuff like before Twitch stream. Like I would stream on Picardo and do a lot of that.
Yeah, what's up with that? So everyone that needs to stream the not safe for work stuff has to go to Picardo. How does Picardo feel about that? Are they proud of that?
Picardo allows it.
Oh.
Picardo allows not safe work stuff. It's a big hub for like not safe work, like furry stuff.
Yeah.
They all go there. It's mostly, but it's it's not like a lot of traffic or anything.
But hey,
it's not like people. Twitch at all.
Yeah.
But it's somewhere to stream that looter stuff. There's also another one called Pixel.tv.
Pixel.
I haven't tried that one.
Never heard.
But once in a while.
Yeah. As long as you're not going on Kick is what I was gonna say.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'll avoid it. Yeah.
But
once in a while I'll make looter content. Yeah. Usually it's just like nude versions of like the pinups I draw.
Yeah.
Most of the time. And like little things like that.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, because I've seen this kind of like a topic that growing artists want to talk about, and I'm also not really sure on the topic because I've only ever known to do it one way, but when it comes to, because people always ask, it's like, oh, you draw not safe for work art, that's why you have so many followers, and I'm like, but people that only draw safe for work also have a lot of followers. If you're chasing numbers, doesn't that like defeat your argument? Like it doesn't. Like, what is your opinion? Okay, do you think that drawing safe for work art? That drawing not safe for work art is easier to grow with compared to safe for work art? What's your opinion on that?
I think you really have to like drawing it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have a passion for drawing whatever you're doing.
I agree.
Because it will show. Because I knew someone that tried to just do not safe work art to get money.
Yes.
Right. I could tell they weren't enjoying it, and they were burning out really a lot, like a lot more often than they would normally do with their normal art.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just not the type of person they are. And I knew that. They just did it because like they noticed like, oh, other people are doing not safe work, it's easy money, but like the money wasn't coming because like you could tell they weren't really passionate about, they're just doing it.
They're doing it for the sake of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And, you know.
yeah. I also kind of had friends like that. Okay, I won't say friends, they're mutuals. I knew them for a bit because they came up to me and they asked me about it. And they would just draw full on, like, consensual scenes. And they were like, "Oh, it's either this or I work a desk job." And I was just... There's no... Look, I don't want to say this...
It's not sustainable.
It's not sustainable, but I
Yeah.
also want to add that the people that do the not safe for work stuff full time, you can tell that they're horny all the time, and they're doing it.
Chronically horny.
They're
have to manifest it somehow.
Yes, and if you're doing it because like I need to pay rent, okay, then people are gonna look at your work and they can tell you're doing it to pay rent. But then when you have someone else that does it because like they have to get it out of them, or they're gonna like do something like questionable with their life, you can tell it's like, thank God they're drawing it instead of doing that in real life, because honestly I don't know how to handle it if they actually do. You know, yeah. So also, how do you feel about people that, because I think we both work the same way in that we draw the safe for work version and then we put the not safe for work version behind a paywall, right?
Yeah, basically.
So how do you feel about those people that draw not safe for work, upload it to their Patreons or whatever, and then they upload the same thing to their socials anyway?
Oh, like it's the paywall thing is also public now?
Yeah.
At the same time?
Near the same time. I've had complaints with like a couple of people. It's like, why do people do this? Like, they would post the same thing. It's either the same day or like a week later, and it's like,
yeah, then there's like no incentive to like pay for it.
No,
because it's out there.
Yeah. So, have you?
That can be confusing.
Yeah. Have you like encountered that? Because I've seen it a couple of times, and like, how do you do business like this? You're shafting your customers. Yes, you're giving it to everyone else, but now the people that actually just get it publicly, they're like, why do I bother with subbing? I'm getting it for free. I just have to wait. Look, I know some people can
that's just bad business practice, I think.
Yeah, and I think it needs to be said more. I think we should no. We're gonna.
I haven't really thought about that, but now that you mention it, I do see people do that a lot.
Yeah, because I don't know if you have mutuals or friends that also do exclusively not safe for work stuff, and then they're struggling financially, and I'm just like, maybe don't put everything out publicly. People are already ripping from Patreon. It's really easy to see certain things if you know where to find it. So it's like, it's hard enough. Like, why do you make your life harder? But I guess it's also really hard that, okay, Iahfy, if I ask you, from this month onward, everything you draw has to be safe for work. Do you think you would actually... Do you think like it would be really hard to pay for food after a certain point?
I don't think so, because I have a lot of avenues of like, you know, income, not just like one thing. I don't have to just depend on like, I mean, Patreon's probably like my biggest chunk technically. I have I've like a lot of supporters on there, right?
Yes.
But even if I did a lot of safe stuff, people don't tend to like leave or anything, and there's other things I'm doing too, so that's not really a worry for me.
Okay.
Some people might complain, but you know, if it's just for a month, I don't think people would really mind that much.
Make a complaint form. Fill it out.
Some people's like, why isn't she naked? You know?
Yeah. I want to see.
Like, maybe next time.
Yeah. So, I guess it's like because I've taken this notice where I have seen some people that did exclusively not safe for work, and then they swapped over to safe for work, and they just disappeared, And I was just like, damn, that sucks, bro.
That's sad.
I think that the internet is more receptive for safe for work artists to turn to not safe for work, but once you go back the other way, your general growth dies. But
Mm,
this is just my observation. I don't know. I haven't really
yeah.
met anyone else that has come out of that, because
Mm,
I can name off the top of my head right now one person that got really lucky, and I don't know how they did it. This comic book artist called
mm.
their name was is sorry not was Otto Schmidt.
Oh yeah, that name rings a bell.
Yeah, so Otto Schmidt now works full time for comic book publications where they draw. Their work is fantastic, by the way. Um, I'll post a little bit up on the B-roll, but yeah, uh, their work is fantastic. Love their work, love their designs and all that stuff.
Mm.
It's just that sometimes people tend to forget where he was from, and if you just look up Otto Schmidt's old work, not safe for work, you go like, "What the hell am I looking at? What is that?"
Yeah.
It is actually pretty interesting to see where people can sort of come. But he is the only one that I've really known that managed to come out of that and be more
Mm.
successful after the fact. Because, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I can think of one person that like they did like solely not safe for work too,
Mm-hmm.
mostly, and then they kind of went offline for a bit, and then they came back, but posting like really safe stuff, and
Yeah.
like they erased all their not safe work stuff. I'm pretty sure they
Wow.
got like an industry job,
What lucky.
which is good.
Which
It's
is
great.
very good. If you can get an industry
They,
job
they scrubbed all their loot stuff off.
because they needed to get hired.
Yeah, you know. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't.
I know a couple of people that still do not safe for work stuff. This is just generally talking about people trying to self-sustain. But they do not safe for work stuff, but they have kids. Because
Ah.
and they're like, "Oh, I can't stop doing it because I have to make sure my kid can go to school." Good on you, because if your kid eventually, because kids are so like attached to the internet these days, if your kid finds out one day what you used to do, how are you gonna explain it to them? But I guess you could be one of those really cool parents where it's just, look, you went to school because of a pair of tits, okay? You went like
I think that's a flex.
how'd you go to college?
Like
Okay,
my parents so cool.
yeah, how'd you go to college? Okay, so my dad had a Patreon, and that Patreon had a lot of people on it. And look, I don't have student debt, so I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I think it's a plus.
Yeah, I don't know.
It just goes to show that that person is talented. You know.
It's talented, got their kid through school. Like, I'm not gonna yuck your yum. Like, I think, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think kink shaming is kind of dead, especially when people's ulterior motives is like, I gotta feed my family. How do you feel about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Because you said you have a partner now, and
Yes.
you also have to help support your partner, and it has to go both ways, right? So
Right. Yeah, and they greatly help me like with my stuff with all like the everything that's not drawing or solely like I have to do, like they help me out with.
management, stock
So
taking.
it definitely offloads a lot of like the logistical work, especially like my online store. They pack and ship everything, you know, that type of thing.
You're right. So if I go,
It gives me a lot more time to invest in like my own stuff.
you're right. So I'm single right now, right? So you're saying if I go dating, first thing I should ask, right? Can you work a 9 to 5? I need those taxes filed by tomorrow night. Is that possible? Good. Great. 2 kids. All right. 401k filed in. Great. Wonderful.
I mean, it splits up a lot of the work for a lot of things.
Yeah. Right now, I'm in that space where, okay, it's a bit personal to me, but I'll just get over it quick. Where, if you think you can get a partner to help offload, like, and help you, wonderful. But right now, I've gone through a couple of people where they are an investment because they don't want to help. And I've had that situation where I already worked this job and I work another job, and now I have to take you out to expensive dinners. You know how much a dinner is for 2 people these days? It's like above $100. Like,
Yeah, like for a decent one.
a decent meal. Yeah, I mean, a date is like $100 over dollars, and I'm like, so I spend like $100 every time I try something. This is like a bad investment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, dating is expensive sometimes.
Dating is expensive. I also have Asian brain. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I can like retire.
Asian brain?
Yeah, you know, like
What Asian are you? I'm also an Asian.
Funnily enough, the majority of people that I brought onto the show so far is Asian, and I didn't think about it.
Yeah, that's so funny.
It's just a coincidence. There's a lot of Asian
Yeah.
artists. I am Chinese Malaysian, Asian.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and you said you were in Japan for a while, so you're Japanese?
Yeah, I'm Japanese American.
Japanese.
And like with some Swedish in the American part. So Japanese, Swedish, American. My dad's Japanese.
So you're a salad bowl is what you are. You've got a whole lot of things in there. Oh, you've got what's that? I don't know if you know that Japanese salad dressing, the peanut. Is it sesame dressing? You're that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're a Caesar salad with sesame dressing on it. There you go.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds so good right now.
Is that something you noticed, by the way? Because I've been watching a lot of vlogs for other convention artists, and a lot of them are Asian or Asian leaning. Is something going on here, or is this just my eyes picking out specific biases?
No, I think like a majority, at least half. I feel
Half, which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
Is it just because like Asian parents think that being an artist is a useless job, so we all just do it out of spite?
We all just riot. We
Yeah.
all just like become an artist out of spite.
Yes. Do you think so? Because I think so. I mean, what was your biggest motivation to get into the art field? What was yours?
I don't know. Well, I mean, like I just kind of like drawing like ever since I was a kid, right?
Yeah.
And like my mother noticed that, you know, I like drawing a lot, and she thought I was good, so she like, she basically helped me like take some extra art classes
That's
outside
awesome.
of grade school, like cool stuff like that.
Hell yeah!
So that was
mom.
nice
Let's
of
go.
her. And then I started drawing the stuff I draw now.
Does she know?
Yeah, of course, my parents know. You can say she was a little surprised, like when it turned into that. And I'm just like,
Pays the
it's just
bills.
the kind of stuff I like,
Oh, you're allowed to say that because in my situation, when my mom found out what I drew, because they have access to the internet and I upload to Instagram,
Yeah.
they look at it and they were first kind of worried, but I did get asked one day, and I think it was because of my art, where like we had an extra ticket to go to watch a Wicked musical.
Okay.
Right? And they're like, oh, do you have anyone else you want to bring, like a girlfriend or a boyfriend? And I was like, what the fuck? Hello? What? You can't just whip that out there. And I just like, I got stun locked so hard that she asked me that,
Oh
because
my
I think
God.
I think she thought I was in the closet or something. Which,
Oh.
I don't know if you're aware, but like in purely Asian families, coming out of the closet is kind of a death sentence, because
Yeah.
Asian families tend to be very conservative. So if you have an Asian family and they're very open about your sexuality, that's awesome. But for me, it was kind of just
like what?
yeah, I don't know. I don't even want to. I just said no. God, you know how expensive. I said the same thing. You know how expensive they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good segue. Good segue.
Yeah, I quickly changed the subject, and I was just like, Jesus Christ, because like I guess they know what I draw now, and
Yeah.
yeah. So you have supportive.
my stuff is very woman oriented. I mean, I'm bi, so I like both, but I tend to draw women, right?
Yeah, I guess. No,
So my mom's just like, "Does this mean you're gay?" And I'm just like, "Oh no, I like both." I just tend to like
Oh,
women.
yeah?
And they're like, "Oh, okay."
Where's the men, Ivy? Where are the men?
Where's the yaoi?
Yeah, where's the
Sorry,
boy kissing?
I don't have.
Oh my.
Maybe I'll try my hand at like a feminine guy sometime.
Oh, do what you want. I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I'm pointing the gun right now. Do it.
do it.
Do it. Put a gun on the screen. But
Yeah.
that's awesome. Your parents are supportive of you. I think my parents still.
I wouldn't say supportive is the word. They're complacent. They were like bothering me about it in the beginning. So they're just like, you can't just draw this and like you can't do that like and like expect to like make it work. But I made it work.
I'll show you.
So they don't really bother about
Again.
They don't really bother me about it now.
Again, we're doing it out of spite. You see,
Yeah, out of
it's
spite.
spite is the ultimate motivation for you to do anything. Hey, don't
Once
do a
I was
thing.
independent, they didn't bother me.
Yeah, there you go. I now earn more than they do, so they can't really say much. So that's
Yeah,
how it works.
basically.
That's how it works.
Out of spite. So there's
Yeah.
like a weird like respect now. Like, oh, okay, you're doing that full time. Respect,
Mm.
I guess.
So yeah, it's not support, it's respect because they have to
Yeah.
understand that's how you feed yourself. But
Yep.
yeah, that's awesome.
Understandable.
So actually, I want to get back into that whole like this is just a con podcast because people keep bothering me about the con podcast stuff. So I was like, okay. You say you started back late 2023 December, right?
Yeah, the big sorry, no. January 23, sorry.
January 23. Okay.
Yes. So like the start of the year.
2 years.
Yeah.
So what was your first convention? Which one was your first convention?
It was one in Austin, Texas, called IkiCon.
IkiCon.
Oh wait, sorry, I lied. It was in New Orleans,
New
Louisiana,
Orleans.
Fan Expo.
Fan Expo. Isn't that a really big one?
Fan Expo has several big ones in the major cities in the States.
You started out big? That's crazy.
No. Fan Expo New Orleans is actually really small.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
okay.
one of the smaller ones versus like one in Texas, you know.
Yeah.
So started small.
Do you remember your first impressions after your first con? How did you feel?
I'm sorry, I lied again.
We
My
have
first
a
con
liar. Okay.
Was actually in 2011 in Hawaii.
Huh?
At their convention. Because I was living in Hawaii for like a year for university.
Huh? You were all the way out in Hawaii for a year for university.
Yeah, because my mom wanted to move there.
And you were
after, because I grew up in New York.
Right.
So I went through high school there, and then after I graduated, my mom wanted to move. So I'm just like, okay, I want to be nearby though. Yeah, I'm old.
No, you know, I didn't say you're old, but I was gonna say you're always hopping around.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, like I said before like 2016, I was hopping around a lot.
That's
so
kind of
that's
hard to put roots down, huh? Like kind of just like.
Yeah, I'm finally settled, so that's nice.
That's good. Yeah.
I did their con in 2011 because my friend was doing a con there, and he was like, "You want to share a table? You do art, right?" And I'm like, what
you
is
do art, right?
It's like it was my first artist alley, and I split a table with someone, and I just like kind of just printed whatever. I was still very baby artist, so
yeah, I remember your 2011 art. It was fun, yeah. So what? You know, you've been doing this. Okay, say 2011. Let me do the math. That's 14 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you didn't do it again till like recently.
Till 2023.
2023. What made you stop? Is it just because like, oh, this is a cool one-off?
I just wanted a taste of it.
Okay.
And like, it costs a lot of money to like make all my prints and stuff.
Yes, it does.
And everything, and I'm just like, I was kind of broke during that time, so I was just like, I can't imagine doing this again.
Right.
Until like maybe I have someone to help me, and I have some money for like better equipment to be better prepared for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
I knew I wanted to do it again. Just like I wanted to grow as an artist first.
So you waited 12 years.
Yep. And then I kind of forgot about it honestly until like I got with my partner. We've been it's been like a few years we've been together, and then they kind of brought it up, like, why don't we do cons? That looks fun. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot
conventions were a thing.
Yeah.
Do they do cons as well? Are they at con, like, do they do
they
art?
come with me.
Oh, do they do
no,
art?
they don't do art.
They don't do art. Okay.
No, but they
they're
big help.
I was just curious because like this is something that a lot of people like to ask, where is that what is something, because you've been doing it for a while, and I could say that looking at your work and your businesses and your tables and stuff like that you're doing relatively well for yourself. Well, what is something that you would have liked telling yourself when you first started again? Before, like,
Um,
yeah.
how expensive it all is. It took a money. It took a sorry. It took a while to make all the money back when I first started because like I wanted to, get my own printer and like print my own stuff.
Oh,
That's more costly than like getting it done somewhere else and shipped it to you.
yeah,
Because I wanted more control over the quality of like the colors and stuff
yeah.
versus like someone sending me like a washed out 100 prints or something. And I
That
could pick my own paper and stuff. So I liked having that control. It's more expensive, but like, you know,
yeah,
that's just the way I like to do it.
yeah.
And
I'm completely on board with you right now because I don't know if you know of a company called Catprint.
yeah, the cap print.
Yeah, I recently got a few stuff from them and they
Mm.
completely destroyed my prints.
Yeah, no, like that's one of the notorious ones people use a lot, and they don't really come out very nice,
They're so
from what
cheap,
I've heard.
but yeah,
But they're really cheap,
they're
right?
so cheap. But all my dark prints completely gone, unusable.
Yeah.
So I had to like, I know one of my friends locally that has a dad that works for a printer company. Oh no, it's his dad's printing company. So they have
Mm.
industrial printers, and I was like, "You have to save me! You have to save me! These prints are gone. I can't use this anymore." So I quickly like changed a couple of things, sent it to them, and I was just like, maybe I should not use Catprint anymore. They're so yeah, I'm still a little bit scared to use printers because you have to buy your own ink, you have to buy your own
Mm-hmm.
paper. But
Yeah.
I guess for you, it eventually paid off. So you just do
Yeah,
your own
it,
prints
it
now.
worked out in the end. Like when I got like a nice like inkjet printer,
Ooh,
triple
fancy.
digits.
Triple
Okay.
digits. Damn.
All right. Like, not cheap,
Are
but like
you? Mhm.
and there's like 10 different colors for ink.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I've
But
heard a
like
lot
it
of
was a good investment for me. It's what works for me.
yeah. I've heard a lot of the recent printers don't even care about CMYK anymore. Do you
Yeah,
still?
mine doesn't. Mine doesn't seem to. I just have to like brighten up my picture like the digital picture a little bit and then it comes out pretty much the same.
I should do that. Oh, I should really do that.
Yeah. It just took a while to configure it the way I like to do it now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in the beginning I wasted a lot of paper and ink just to like configure the colors and everything,
Yeah.
but now I have a system.
All right.
So,
You heard it, everyone from Iahfy. Buy the Sony Epson 3600 for how much was it? Three digits? Oh, $998. So it's $998. So I don't know. But
yeah.
you also do your own stickers. Do you also have a sticker printing
I,
machine?
I don't do my own stickers. I actually have I get them done somewhere else and sent to me.
Vlogger's?
But I have a friend that works
Okay,
with
okay.
this company, so I have like a connection.
See, networking, people. It's important.
So
Networking.
like I have one guy that helps me with the stickers basically.
Okay, awesome.
So that's nice.
Do you plan on getting one of those sticker printers that can cut it for you? Eventually?
Maybe at some point I'd get one of those. What are they? The cry cuts or
Cry
something?
cuts. Yeah, that's what I keep hearing
Yeah,
about.
I'd probably get one of those later. But like, it's pretty cheap where I get them done now,
Mm-hmm.
and I like the quality of them, of the manufacturer I have now.
Yeah. I mean, it's all.
And it's just a lot less time for me to invest. I just send the thing.
Yeah. Do you cut them or do they cut them for you?
They cut them for me.
That's so nice. That's
Yeah,
so
so
nice.
I can get like 500 for like really cheap per sticker. Obviously, the more you buy, the less it will be per sticker.
Mm. That's
So-
usually the case, bulk buys, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what works for me.
That's the only two big things you make, right? Which is prints and
So,
stickers.
yeah, those are the two main things.
And then you also do bookmarks or something. Was it? Did you do bookmarks for a while? I remember seeing it.
Yeah, they're like a limited thing. I didn't sell them. I just threw them in some like free stuff.
And now
freebie stuff.
you're doing ribbons.
I have hats.
Oh, you have hats too.
I've been doing some hats.
How are the hats with the? Let me guess. There's a frog on a hat now too.
Not yet.
Oh, where did our
Right,
frogs
right now it's only like I'll send it to you in a second. But It's kind of like their sports athleisure sportswear hat type things.
Sportwear
They
hat.
I did like the embroidery design. Send it here. But it's like that's like a
Oh, these are the ones you're
angel
always wearing,
devil
right?
hat. Well, they're pretty new.
They're pretty new.
I had a hat before that had synth on it, like a gray hat, but I sold out of that one. So I made a couple new ones.
These are cool. Do people know about this one yet?
Yeah, I've only brought them to a few cons.
Okay,
so
okay.
far.
So
They're
it's
pretty
public,
new.
and I can put it up on the. Okay, okay. Oh,
Like they're on my
cool.
store and everything, but I bring them to cons. But they've been pretty popular.
Yeah. I used to bring this up with my table mate, where it's like we gotta make some stuff that's like normie, you know?
Yes.
Where like
this is definitely in that bracket, you know.
Yeah.
It's subtle, but it's not too weeby.
You can wear it.
It's not loud.
Yeah, at a family gathering, and people won't really think about it too much, you know. So
that's right.
Yeah.
I kind of this was actually my partner's idea. This line of hats.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They like that kind of like non-loud, weeby, subtle, but kind of nerdy merch. You know.
I used to work with a company. I don't know if we're still working together because it's been a while since we talked, but they asked me to do a specific shirt print, and it was literally the version that got approved was just a girl doing the, you know, when they put their two fingers together on their mouth and they're licking.
Yes.
Yeah, that like you know, and I put that on the shirt, and it turned out to be their highest selling shirt ever, and they keep selling it to this day, and I don't make money from them anymore because I never thought it would do that well. But it's such a loud design because it's literally a girl just doing the what is that?
The V lick. Whatever.
Yeah, what is it called? I don't know what it's called.
I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the V lick thing, which is a really obvious sexual thing. But
yes.
I would walk around my city. My city isn't that big. I would walk around my city sometimes, and I would see people wear it, and I'm like, why are you wearing this outside? Don't wear it outside. What's wrong
They're
with you?
brave. They're very brave.
It's like, yeah, it's like people that wear this Ahegao shirts, and I'm like, what are you doing? Don't do that. Oh my god. Secondhand embarrassment.
I'm surprised too that, like, you know, more sexually loud content, people wear it like no problem.
Yeah, I think there's just a generation of people that just like don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
But that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I get like jump scared by my own artwork when I go outside. And
scared.
I'm just like, oh my god, and I have to like look away thinking they recognize me, but they don't know who made it. So it's just like, oh my god.
Secondhand PTSD.
Yeah. Because I like the design, but I would never. My parents don't even know that's my shirt, so it's like I would just have to like, God, that was crazy, huh? I don't know, that's not mine. But yeah, going back to what you sell, I was watching you stream, and now you sell ribbons as well, ribbon rally.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just made them mostly for I made them for TwitchCon last year.
Yeah.
Just because I wanted to do. People do like, you know, ribbons at cons sometimes.
Yeah.
I would give the option for someone to get one if they buy like the minimum of like 15 or more, and you get a free ribbon basically.
Or they can
kind
just
of like
buy
a
the
buying
ribbon.
Incentive, or they can buy it outright.
Right.
Because people seem to just like the ribbons and buy those, and they're like super cheap, so it's like it's not really breaking the bank really.
Yeah.
But yeah, people seem to like them.
Yeah, I don't know if these are the same thing because I got invited to do a stamp rally, and I don't know what the hell a stamp rally is.
That is different. I can tell you what that is.
Okay.
I've done a few.
Someone tried explaining it to me, and I'm just like, huh? What?
So, you know, there's you and like a group of artists that are gonna be at the con, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you guys pick a theme, or like some kind of theme for your rally, and like you guys make you make prizes, so someone can make like a sticker of so I'm in a stamp rally for an upcoming con for Anime Milwaukee, which is in Wisconsin in March, right? I'm gonna be in a stamp rally that's themed about angels and demons plus flowers. So everyone picks like their own theme. I've picked I picked a black color demon with this type of flower, and I'm gonna make a sticker design out of it, or a postcard print, something like that.
Okay.
Everyone makes their own thingy, and then based on the theme, it can be like whatever you want, really. Some people do like, you know, a theme from like maybe it's I did one from Capcom game related for TwitchCon, so like, you know, you can just pick whatever you like, and there's a variety. Everyone does their own thing. And then that's the prize. Everyone makes that for the prize pool, and basically, people at the con have a stamp card of each of the artists, basically, to mark off. They visit each one of your tables, have to buy there's a minimum buy-in for them to earn a stamp on their stamp card.
Oh.
So maybe everyone has to spend at least $10 or $15 at each of y'all's tables to get a stamp for their stamp card for each respective artist. Okay. Once they collect it all, they get that prize pool of that theme, that thing you drew or made.
From someone else? Or do I give it to them?
There's usually like someone that hosts it. So the person that's in charge probably has like the prize pool of like all the stuff you guys made to give to that person once they collect all the stamps. So it's kind of an incentive for people to visit all y'all's tables and support.
Okay. So it's like a little goodie bag that you get at the very end.
It's kind of like a game. You get a little goodie bag after you spend $10 at each table type thing.
So would you say that it's like a good idea to do if you're like starting out?
Yeah, I think it's good. It's a good way to meet other artists too that you might not necessarily know. Usually like these are planned through like Discords for the conventions and stuff.
Yeah.
There's a really big Discord for conventions like here in the US where everyone networks through and like plans stamp rallies and stuff.
I went in there and it was scary.
Yeah.
People are so good in there. I'm like, but okay, so let me run this by you again so I kind of get the idea. So people organize a stamp rally, you make something as to add to the prize pool of the stamp rally, and when people go to the con, there's a little, I guess whoever hosts it will hand them like a little stamp book or whatever.
So everyone's gonna be like everyone's that's part of it will probably have like a sign up or something with the stamp card and like advertise it, like look at all this cool stuff you can get if you participate in our stamp rally type thing. So someone's gonna start out with this, so everyone's gonna have the card and like so if someone so eventually, and then maybe it's like, oh, go to this person to get your prize. Maybe one person holds on to the prizes or whatever.
Okay. So
it's
once
really up to you.
Yeah. So once they fill in the entire stamp card, after spending a set amount, they get to go and get the goodie bag, basically.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay. God, you see, when someone tried to explain this to me, it sounded like rocket science. It's just like, what? You have to go where to get what? Who?
But you can kind of just make it up. Like it's kind of just like the theme is up to you, what you make is up to you. The minimum buy-in per person is up to you. Usually you want to do like a lower buy-in if there's a lot of people in the stamp rally, because someone's not gonna want to spend like, $30 per table for like 6 artists. That's a lot of money. Unless the prize is really good.
We're gonna blade you dry.
Yeah, so you have to think about that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Because someone invited me to a Marvel Rivals stamp rally, and I'm like, I'm not hosting that. You do it. I don't know what I don't know what even's going on. What do you want me to do? And it's like it's still 2 months from now, but like it's a little scary. But I have never done one. I'll say about it.
Like you could just make like a small, like postcard print, something inexpensive to start. Usually, sometimes I'll do like a postcard print with like a matching sticker or something of the theme we're drawing for. Right.
Okay. Yeah. I'll definitely try. I might as well try. So, how is a ribbon rally different?
Rally? I haven't done ribbon rallies, but like the last stamp rally I was a part of had a ribbon as part of the prize,
Okay.
amongst other stuff.
Yeah, because I've seen here people have like ribbons attached to each other in a really, really long, like, you know, when they open like a page and it just flops to the floor and it's just all ribbons, and I'm like, what is happening? Why?
Yeah, I can show you a picture of my ribbons uh, that I had at the last few cons.
So EP, real. You gotta.
So there's something for everybody.
Oh
They're
my god,
mostly just memes.
Yeah, okay, what is this Soggy Squad thing from your community?
Oh,
What is
that's kind of
happening?
like my community name.
Yeah, what is. Do you want to explain it to me? What is...
Soggy. It's kind of like a play on the word like moist. Like this makes me moist, like in a horny way.
Oh, so instead of people saying moist, they just say I'm soggy?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So that's like more moist, you know.
Oh my god.
So it's kind of like the silly community name, Soggy Squad.
I gotta wear a face mask every time I go into your community, just in case, you know.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah. I just wanna. That's really cool. I should try.
People just like ribbon culture at cons.
Yeah, I've never. Like, I'm completely
It's
new
like
to this. I've only done one con, so this culture thing is completely new to me. I'll give it a go one day.
It's
maybe.
new to me too, but you know,
Yeah.
I just tried it. Some people like to trade ribbons, like other artists that make their own ribbons, like to trade with me, or whatever.
Yeah.
People just like to collect them. It's like a game. It's
Yeah.
more prevalent at some conventions. Some conventions don't really do ribbons. You know.
It's really just a way to network, I guess. Because
Yeah.
I want convention friends. I've been talking to a couple of people here locally, and it's like these people are fun. I wanna hang out and like have buddies at cons too. But yeah, I wanna.
Like some people will just catch my ribbons and they'll stay around and talk to me. Like they'll be like, "Oh, I like your ribbons," and then you know we'll chat and like they'll buy something maybe. You know,
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool, definitely. I had that my first experience where I just didn't get why this guy from the other tables coming up and talking to me and just taking up table space. I was like, oh, he's trying to be friends, right? That's what people do. Right. So yeah.
Just being friendly.
Yeah.
Why are you in my space?
Bro, get out of here, man. You're like straight up taking all my customers, man. Like, get out of here. Like, you know. But yeah, I made a couple. They're really fun. I still talk to them. But yeah, I want to start wrapping up. This is a controversial thing, I guess. Like a couple of people have talked about this before. Where when you apply for cons, do you prefer the jury system or the lottery system?
It depends how the cons do it. Every con does it differently.
Yeah.
But in general, lottery I think is more beneficial for me because like a lot of shows lately they'll favor older artists, right?
Yeah.
And like artists can rebook a lot of the time now, so they just get guaranteed
priority.
spot every time. So it doesn't really give a chance for us maybe newer artists to like have a chance to like really participate in like especially the bigger more competitive cons where they get thousands of applicants.
Have you gone to Anime Expo?
No, not yet. I mean, I've attended like as an attendee like pre-COVID because I used to live there for a bit.
Right.
But I've never, not for Artist Alley. No, I'd like to someday. I apply.
You want to try? Because I heard it's lottery now.
It's gonna be lottery. Yeah, it hasn't been lottery in like forever, and people that were like those like almost 10-year artists every year or the same artist every year, like they're mad about it.
Yeah, because I was watching
but it's because they're like I'm entitled to that spot when they're not really. Like they give the other artists a chance.
Get out of here, old man.
Get out of here.
Your time is done. It's time for me with the big red booba ladies, demons, to come in and set the standard, okay? But yeah. I'm also pro lottery in the sense that I found out recently one of the bigger cons here. Oh, it's a Comic-Con in Australia. It's just the Comic-Con. Yeah. I was talking about like, oh, what are your chances of getting in? And then one of the veterans that used to go was like, oh, you literally just have to talk to like 2 people on the jury and they'll let you in. I'm like, what? Yeah, you literally just have to like cozy up to them and be friends and they'll let you in.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? that's not fair.
It's not.
So yeah, what about the people that are not as socially like active, or like they can't really strike up conversations like that? That's terrifying. Like, yeah, I don't know. I'm pro lottery. Other people are like, no, we have to make sure there's only good artists at the convention so the jury system works. And I'm just like, that's also really subjective, because like, what is a good artist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it depends on the jurors. Sometimes they're biased, you know.
Yeah, the
So,
bias. It sucks.
Yeah. Lottery is better in general, I think.
But yeah. I have some fun stuff here. Okay. Because we're coming up to the 10-year anniversary of this specific thing. Okay. Bam.
No way, dude. I knew you're gonna bring it up.
Because this is how I found you. Back in the old day, this is how I found the Korasami stuff, right?
Yes.
So I want to ask, because it's been a while. Is Korasami still the one true pairing?
Yeah. They're like my origin story. They're the reason I got good at art, because I drew them so much.
Yes. Yes,
You know?
and that's all you were known for the longest time.
I'm like, oh, that Korra artist.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get bring on to be like, do you know Denim Catfish?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Denim Catfish got brought on to do official comic publication stuff for Avatar.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, you do just as much, and you never got brought on. It'd be cool to see, like, I don't know, a cover or something, you know, that you could do. Because, like, the stuff you made... Okay, you want to explain this one? What's going on here?
I think it was for a basketball AU fan fiction. I don't know if it was a commission or not. I don't remember.
You know what? I'm getting a vibe. This is like an AO3 thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it is an AO3 thing.
It is
I did a lot of AO3 like fan art or whatever.
Because, like, goddamn.
Yeah.
Where's your animations now, huh? What happened to them?
I gotta get good first.
You know, I'm like you. I did one animation for Life is Strange, realized how difficult it was, and never touched it again.
Yeah, it took me like all day, and I'm just like, oh my god.
And I have to paint it now? Ugh. Forget it.
But there's like better programs for animating now, so it's like I'd have to learn a new program.
Yeah.
Blah.
Oh,
That's such an old picture. I like this one. Not that one.
Why does this have over 50k notes on Tumblr?
I know, I don't know. It just went viral for no reason.
Yeah. Are you still on Tumblr? Are you still active on Tumblr?
Yeah, I still have it. I know a lot of people left or don't have it anymore, but I still have mine.
Yeah. What are your vibes on Tumblr now? Do you think it's coming back?
It's coming back.
Yeah.
Because I've been posting my stuff again after a long hiatus. It seems to be doing numbers, so there's still traffic there. Yeah. Not as much as before, obviously. But you know.
I mean, it's either that or we go back to DeviantArt, but I don't think we ever want to touch that place ever again.
Nah, I just have a DeviantArt just so I have my name like taken.
Yeah, I agree. So how do you also feel about the Kate Vi ship these days? Do you think
the new... Kate Vi is definitely like a second OTP, next to Korasami.
I mean, is it an OTP? Okay, wait, no. I was gonna say, is it an OTP if they're canon though? But Korasami is also canon, despite the fact that it got a really controversial ending. What do you?
Yeah, but it's okay because like the comics afterwards and all the media after that solidifies it better.
Yeah.
And explores it better, so I'm happy about it.
Were you there when the nuclear bomb went off? When everyone saw the last 20 seconds of the Legend of Korra show and the internet was just on fire?
I have to be honest, I cried.
You cried? You got what you wanted?
Cried. Yeah, well, it's funny because, like, you know, they put the finale online. Right?
Yeah.
They didn't air it on TV. So, like, everyone's trying to watch it online and it's crashing over and over again. And I know what's happening. And I'm watching this, like, per minute and it crashes, refresh per minute, crashes. And I'm like having a mental breakdown because I know what's happening. But I'm trying to watch the whole thing.
No, wait, they're making eye contact. Now they're holding hands.
They're holding hands. Yeah. It was pretty validating for me.
Yeah. And I remembered as well that a lot of people thought that ending came out of left field because they. Well, I mean, how do you feel about Korra's show in comparison to Aang's show?
Who Aang? Oh, like, Last Airbender.
Last Airbender, yeah.
It's definitely different.
Mhm.
There's more like darker themes that they
Yeah.
show. But like, I wouldn't really compare them because they're just so different.
They're so different, yeah.
Yeah, and the themes are very different too.
What are your thoughts if they make a live action Legend of Korra?
Aren't they going to, or did they say they were gonna?
Did they?
They have plans. I heard they have plans about it.
All I
like,
know
vaguely.
was the Last Airbender one, and they changed the story.
Yeah, I heard about that too. So I don't know. Live action's really hit or miss now.
Yeah,
But I'm also grasping for like any Legend of Korra crumbs, media-wise at all. Yeah, because it's just not as prevalent anymore.
It's okay.
So like, I'll take anything really.
Yeah, Kate Vi will fill the hole.
Kate Vi filled that void a little bit.
For a little bit until we get more Korra stuff, but like, I'm not gonna hold on to that. That's like a really dangerous one. Like, I mean, that's the best thing we're gonna get out of it is most likely just gonna be a live action, and then they'll show like Korra's abs for like half a second on screen.
I'll be happy with that.
Which is enough for you, I guess.
That's enough for me.
I can stop watching here, because most likely they're gonna like queer bait people, and then they're just not gonna do the ending. I don't know, Netflix.
I wouldn't expect a lot anyway, so I'll keep my expectations low. You know.
Yeah, so we don't get disappointed. Yeah, real. But yeah, before we wrap it up, I want to ask you, because we're heading into a very tumultuous time, right? With the I don't want to bring it up, but like there's a new world leader as well, but especially how he's handling the country. What are your vibes for cons going into 2025?
Well, I'm being more picky because I realized after the first year of doing cons, like I did a lot in my first year.
Yeah.
To get experience, right?
Yeah.
Under my belt. And I realized, I mean, a lot of people that go to cons, like they can work on the road. They work pretty well, like on like traveling, like at the table, you know, they're drawing, you know. I can't do that. I like insane. I'm very comfortable drawing at home, not so much on the road too much.
Do you
so it took a lot of productive time away the more cons I went to, so I'm trying to be more picky about the ones I'm applying to now.
So there's more time, the work-life balance thing of
so there's more time to create stuff.
By yourself at home.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I was more talking about like, are you worried that going into 2025 that cons might see a decrease in attendees because like it's getting really expensive over there? Or is this something that's not even like on your radar at all?
Yeah, maybe like people will have less money to spend because of certain things. You know, I kind of noticed that a little bit. People were, you know, worried about like, artists were worried about like, you know, the tariff thing, like if that's gonna affect them when they get stuff manufactured.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. I don't really know what's gonna happen.
Right. So, how many? The year just started. You've already been to one con, right?
Yeah, just one.
So is that what the vibes you were getting from that one? I mean, that was before it was even like in full effect. But yeah,
it's definitely like I've been to this one like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And like it's definitely like the traffic has lessened, or like sales have lessened a little bit. Not by a lot, but just a little bit.
Okay. So it is. So, you know, you do see it then. It is noticeable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whether it's like the economy or, you know, who knows?
Yeah.
It's hard to tell.
Because I wanted to bring up that question because I mean we're not in the same country, but generally there's just that vibe, you know, where people are like penny pinching and they're just like a little bit scared to spending money now. Yeah. And I noticed that the Comic-Con tables for me like locally went up by like over $50-$60 over last year.
And
So
nothing changes.
yeah, it's the same experience. They're getting the same
Yeah.
amount of attendees. It's not like more people are going. It's not that
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Almost every con this year went up in price, and I'm just like, oh my god, the break even's getting higher. It's not like we're charging more like per print or per sticker. I'm a little bit scared that it gets to the point where it gets so high that like, okay, my prints are now like $30 each, my stickers are now like $20 each, and it's like people are scared to go. I think it's like a really bad feedback effect where it's like we're paying more for table, that means everything is going to be more expensive, that means that less people are going to buy more stuff, which is scary. Yeah. So
like the tables increase, but nothing changes, nothing's improved. So it's just like the con asking for more money. And you know, we don't make a lot to begin with. So and like, you know, on top of like, you know, if you have travel fees or hotel fees, you know, it adds up a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, last thing to wrap it up. Especially talking about like we're not making that much. Are you comfortable though with how much you're making? Yeah. Okay. Because I want to ask you, this is something a lot of people want to know, especially for artists like us. What is the definition of success for us? For you, actually specifically for you, what is your definition of success?
I think it's like making, having a strong presence online. Definitely helps, like, you know, your art get out there a bit. Yeah. And how you market yourself too, because you can't just like put something out and just expect people to buy it or something. Like you gotta advertise it and stuff. Yeah, is important, I think. How you present yourself, but also like, just your work ethic, and make sure like, you know, you can keep up with everything. And, you know, of course, if like, you know, monetarily, if you're in a comfortable spot, you know, definitely helps you stress less about creating. For sure. Yeah, then you don't have to worry about, you know, money too much. That's always like in the back of your mind. But so I'm doing a bunch of stuff to get that. You know. So yeah, it can be a struggle. It's not perfect. I you know, I don't have good days all the time, but you know, I'm happy that I can do art for a living and people support me, and you know, that makes me happy. So
would you say that you are successful, or are you comfortable in saying that, or do you still feel like, oh, I still have room
I feel like I'm still growing.
You're still growing. Okay.
You know, people tell me I'm successful, or I come off as, you know, popular or whatever you want to call it online or something.
Yeah. I mean, you are kind of a household name for certain demographic of artists at this point, because like
it's the certain demographic, you know.
So yeah, you wouldn't say it, but I think you're pretty successful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming, so
yeah, you've worked really hard.
I think I hope I have made some kind of impact somehow.
Do you have people that draw fan art for you and they're like, oh, I'm doing this in Iahfy style? Do you have people like that?
Yeah, sometimes. Or I've seen people draw like synth or like my other OCs or whatever, like in my community. I get fan art of that.
That's crazy.
And then some people will be like, oh, can I study your art style? And I'm like, yeah, sure, go ahead.
I've had that happen.
People are nice enough to like reach out and ask me about it. Yeah. So, you know, that's nice. They didn't have to, but knowing that they did means a lot, you know.
Yeah, art rats. I know so many art rats that don't ask me, but it's fine. It's flattering. They can take it.
Can I get my art tattooed on me? It's your body. Go for it.
I've had that. That is...
Yeah?
No, it also
it's such an interesting question.
I feel really, like, pressured, because it's like, I also had to do a commission. For a tattoo. And they had it tattooed on them. It was very nerve-wracking for me, because, wait, this is on them forever now.
Yeah.
And I made it at a time where I didn't really feel confident in my art skills. But I think I did a pretty good job. It's just that, you know, as artists, we're always constantly growing and learning as well. I mean, you just had a look at your older art here. Do you feel like you've come pretty far from then as well? Like, in terms of just the art that we make now might not even look like anything we make for like 10 years from now, if we're still doing art 10 years from now. Is this a whole life job? Is this a whole life job?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I hope so. I think I'm really fortunate to be able to take this route for like my, you know, career, so to say.
Yeah. I think we're also in a very privileged position to be able to afford this job. So
yes.
To people that are listening that think that I'm gonna quit my full-time job to do this, once again because people keep asking me if they should just go full in. Once again, I want to re-emphasize this: do not quit your full job for this, especially in the coming year, because I'm pretty sure you, Iahfy, and I know that it's a huge, massive risk. Not everyone makes it out.
Yeah,
right?
It's always good to have a fallback plan if you do.
Yeah.
You know.
Your partner is your fallback plan, right? That's what they're for.
In some sense, in some sense.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
But hopefully it doesn't come to that, you know.
Yeah. I think you are successful. I think you'll be fine, especially going in the direction that you're going. You're
thank
fine.
you.
Yeah. Hey, hope your VTubing also does way better. I mean, maybe I can try VTubing. I'm already doing way too much. I'm already doing this.
That'd be so cool.
I'm already doing.
Would you stream?
I used to stream, but I used to stream video games only. I'm a little self-conscious.
You could just do games with your VTuber.
I guess.
Of like your character or something.
I guess so, but everyone plays Fortnite. Everyone plays Model Rivals.
You can do game and draw.
I'm not that talented. I'm Asian. I'm not that talented. Okay, like
multi-talent.
I already play a musical instrument. Okay, what else do they want from me?
What instrument do you play?
I played a violin because my
That's
parents.
cool. I used to play.
I dropped out in grade 6.
Oh no.
Because it was that, and I was doing college at the same time, and I told my parents I can't do this both at the same time. It is insane. They wanted to get me to grade 8, which is teacher level, and I was just like, fuck that, I'm out of here.
That sounds hard.
Yeah. Because it was a parent thing. Did you do violin because you wanted to?
No, it's like when you reach high school for mine, you got to pick either band or orchestra, and I picked orchestra, and I did violin for 4 years in high school.
Oh, you got to pick? That's cool.
Yeah.
Mine was just like, oh, all my parents' friends have kids that play musical instruments, so you're going to play one too.
So it was more like peer pressure.
Yeah, it was a peer pressure thing for them because they didn't want to look bad. So I had to do it.
That's not fun. You didn't really have a choice.
I wanted to play the piano, but they couldn't afford one, so they got me a violin because it was small and it was cheap. So my sister's got it. Okay, wait, this is too personal now. Like I'm just like venting about like my parents' upbringing.
No, I was interested.
Yeah. But that's how it went, and I don't get to play piano. I really want to play the piano. I love piano.
It's never too late. You can be piano streamer.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Aren't they? But the thing is, I have to draw and play the piano now. Oh my god.
Oh wow. So multi-talented.
I can't do it, but yeah.
You can just say you're a variety streamer.
No. Variety in every stream. It's always going to be something different. Guys, today I'm going to draw a pair of tits.
It's always a surprise.
And I'm going to cook a lobster dinner at the same time on stream.
Some people like that though.
Cooking streams? I love cooking.
I've done a few cooking streams for like sponsors.
Really? What?
Sponsorships, yeah.
Who sponsors you to cook?
Those like meal, those prep meal. Factor and Freshly.
HelloFresh?
They're similar.
Wait, what?
HelloFresh, yes.
You got sponsored by these people?
Yeah, it was like through like a stream, a program. So like I'm already like in the system, and then they'd reach out to me if I wanted to do it.
Okay, I thought
this was a long time ago.
Okay.
The pay for it's not good right now.
Oh yeah, like the Twitch partnership like sponsorship things kind of suck or something, right? I heard like there's a bit of a...
like the base pay for them is not very good anymore. I don't know what happened, but like it was fun when I did
Are you
them.
sure you're safe when you talk about this? You might lose your partnership.
It's fine.
It's
It's been a
fine.
long time.
Oh, you're still a
But
partner,
it's
right?
not active right now.
Wait, what do you mean it's not active?
Oh, like those food sponsorships. Those
Oh,
are like
okay, okay.
temporary.
I was
Temporary.
I, I was more talking about the Twitch partner thing, but like,
Oh no,
yeah.
Twitch partner is like just like a one-time thing.
So, do you not get money from ads anymore?
I don't know what happened. Not right now. They're having a problem with it.
Yeah, I heard like people aren't getting anything, and
Yeah, I used to make like a good amount for the amount I stream, but now I'm getting like nothing. But yeah, it's happening to everybody. Not sure what's going on.
so you're just depending entirely on subs now.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
which
a
is
shame.
fine.
Hopefully they figure it out. It's Twitch.
I hope so.
Twitch is usually really weird. Hey, come over to YouTube.
I mean, that's always an option if everything goes to crap for some reason.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
I like streaming on Twitch, and like I like the community I've
yeah.
made on it.
I also like better Twitch TV, which is something that YouTube doesn't have. So yeah, and that dog one, I forgot what that dog one is called. That dog emote thing. But
Which one?
Franker Facey.
Oh, Franker Face, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one too. YouTube just needs emotes,
I
and I'll
like
go over.
I like that. I like the emote culture more.
Yes, you have really nice emotes too. I've got a
Thank
couple of
you.
goofy ones. I had
Yeah, I'm trying to make more goofy ones.
I had one recently that I really like. Why can't I even find my own stickers? Here, this one.
Oh, the pet one.
The pet one.
That's cute. I have one too somewhere. Pet dance.
Great. Now I have to
Wait,
find a way.
everyone has to have a pet emote.
Yeah, now I have to find a way to grab this emote so I can put it on the video.
Oh yeah, you can do that later
Or you
if
can
you want.
send me. Wait, I can't open this, right? Yeah, I can't open this file.
Yeah, you can. You can
Oh.
right click it and open link.
Open. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna steal
You can
everyone's.
steal my
I'm
emote.
gonna
Why
yoink
don't
all
you?
these emotes. Yeah.
Yoink.
All right. Before I end this little podcast that we've done, do you have any upcoming events or projects that you have that you want to let people know about? Just so you know, because I know you do.
There is, but
wait.
I can't talk about it yet. Everything's kind of like under wraps right now. I don't really want to. There's a couple surprises coming up. But
NDA. That's
like,
more
yeah,
exciting.
NDA. It's kind of
Wait, actually NDA?
surprise. Not really, no.
Okay.
But like, I don't want to give it away yet.
Okay, it's a surprise. That's more
Yes.
interesting. Now you guys don't know what's coming. It's coming. So go follow Iahfy on
Also, QTori is good artists. You should check them out too.
They're already here. They're already here. So
they're pretty neato.
Yeah. Look, I'll put my art here. Okay. Now you've seen
Yeah.
it. This is Iahfy's art. If you've never seen Iahfy's art, here's Iahfy's art. This is Iahfy's socials. I don't know. I think I forgot to put it at the very beginning, but this is Iahfy's socials. Go follow either of us or don't follow us at all. Doesn't matter. You stink.
You can choose to ignore us for your whole life.
But if you ignore us, you stink. You're smelly.
Yeah. If you ignore, you can't see all the pretty art.
Yeah. Imagine like being born.
You're missing out.
Yeah. We're cool. You're not. That's how it works. Okay. All right.
So gatekeepy.
I will gatekeep my friends, but anyway, thanks for coming on, Iahfy.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah. If you'd like to come on again, we can talk about other things in the future. Just let me know. All right?
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
sure. Just hit me up. Bye.
Bye bye.